Good morning, traders. It's Barry Wilkie with StartUpTrading.com. It is 10 minutes till 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Monday, October 7th. So sorry about the late data processing to the equity profile members. I just had a lazy weekend and didn't do diddly squat. So as we look at Friday's session, we can go over and see that basically we had, as I call it, the refund trade, right? We had that move up. Overnight, and then just a refund back down, and then the rest of the day was they got their position that they missed out on and took it right back up to where we opened, and then maybe a little bit above for some of them, and just cashed out for the day. So it was think about the fills that were in this area, and this was the value being developed overlapping to up. So you had your news bar, took it back, and then with a massive fill, just filling in as the day went on. And you can see that, from basically that swing high uh, around, noon, 1 o'clock or whatever, uh, less fills above that area, obviously. As we look at what that did to structure, there was really nothing going on. Value areas are, normal to a little bit larger in range from what we've been experiencing lately. And we also ended on the high side, right? We closed, the settlement was above value area high or at value area high for all of the indexes and just kind of, rotated around there overnight. So as we look at the news flow for this week, and there's a lot of Fed heads speaking. I just listed most of them uh, just so you're aware that they're there. But I'm not looking for anything to really come out of any of these Fed talks this week. But you should be aware that they're on there, and there is a potential for shit to hit the fan or whatever. The one thing that is interesting to me, and I don't know how to handicap it, is Philip Jefferson is going to be talking about the discount window. He's going to talk about the period from 1913 to 2000, and then from you know 1990 to present. So I guess they're going to talk about 1990 to 2000, a couple times. Maybe that's just a recap at the end of the day. I don't know. But both of those, one's going to be 7:30 at night, and the past, who gives a shit about, right? So this first one is going to be Tuesday night at the who really cares? But then the second one at 12:30 on Wednesday. Uh, that should be a little bit more interesting. And I'm not sure if there's going to be audience questions with that or not. I'll have to double check that, see if I can find that out. But then we're going to have the real news. And like I said, I don't have any idea how to handicap those two speeches. Uh, because there's people that get their panties in a bunch anytime someone mentions what the Fed's doing with their discount window. So we're going to have the FOMC meeting minutes. That's going to be your first major news event for the week. That's going to be Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Then it's going to be followed by Thursday morning at 8:30. You're going to get CPI, big volatility event, followed by Friday at 8:30 PPI, which is a little bit less, but still a volatile event. And those are your news items for the week. Keep in mind that on Friday, we're going to have, the first inkling of banks. We're going to have a few banks report on Friday. Nothing on the following Monday, and then on Tuesday is really where earnings season kicks off. So that's your week in a nutshell as far as news flow goes. Looking at positioning, and I really haven't glanced at it, but it doesn't look like there's a lot going on today for the Qs. It doesn't look like there's anything really going on for the SPY. And as we look at the cash market for the S&P 500, doesn't look like there's anything really major there either. So, not a lot going on. So we're just sitting here hanging out in the upper end of Friday's value, and I would really watch the Wednesday and Thursday highs. I'm going to mark those off on my charts. That's the area that I really want to watch. So for the ES, that's going to be at 57.60. 75, let's just call it, and I'd be a little bit more bullish above there potentially, and a little bit more bearish below, thinking that you could get down. The point of control from Friday is right at 5,800, and then for Thursday it was 57.44 quarter. That was untested as well. Looking at one time frame, we're just sitting here really consolidating between this 19,000, 850, 860 area up to this 2,051 area, which is where we peaked at in the overnight. Last week we come down to this 57.25, and just the most basic of technical floors you'll ever see. If you were writing textbooks, this is the shit you put in there that usually never works. And so there's really nothing going on when you see a pattern like this just hold like it is. There's just people up here just treading water, waiting on something to happen, and there's just no catalyst. So maybe that, news flow from Wednesday to Friday will start the catalyst. So what can institutions do between now and Friday? They can either, let it start moving somewhere, or every time we get a drop in the indexes, right? The VIX is going to rise a little bit. They'll just sell volatility once again. That's what they've been doing for weeks now, and it'll put a floor in the markets, if not even raise them, reversion to the mean trades. So we'll have to watch for that action as well. Overnight action, 45 and a quarter points, right in the middle of value for the S&P 500. And if you look at all the indexes, they're all right in the middle of value. So nothing going on with those either. So again, I'm going to go back and mark the on most of these indexes. I'm going to mark the Tuesday, Wednesday high. If they look technical, I'm going to use that as a bogey line and see where that takes us for the day. Other than that, I really don't have many expectations for today. And I'm expecting more of the same. I would love to see us get a trend, but we have not got a trend yet. Maybe once Jack starts trading and he unleashes his money back on the market, we'll get something going. But without him in the market last week, it was just the market didn't know what to do. They're like, we don't know what Jack's doing. We just can't do anything without him. So welcome back, Jack. We missed you. The market missed you, and I hope you can get some things moving. Well, everyone have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.